I'm going to make you pancakes with grits on the side. A little bit of bacon, baby. Goodness gracious, guacamole pancakes. Don't get anxious that it ain't breakfast time, 'cause anytime's the right time. Anytime's the right time for pancakes. When I make your pancakes, I'll add to the batter a little bit of cinnamon and vanilla, some fresh fruit on the top or the side. I know berries you're not quite a fan of, so maybe some fresh sliced bananas on your pancakes.
All right, we are back.
We are live after the pancake song.
That's right, and that is the pancake song. That's Pancakes. Kurt Turner, one of the local artists here in Holly Springs,
And it's
North
a fun
Carolina.
song.
Absolutely fantastic. So
Yeah.
I want to thank him for making that the theme song for this season. We appreciate it.
We like it.
Yep. So welcome to the show, all of you out there. We're going to talk music. We're going to hang out. We're going to do all the things. Maverick, Darcy, Jim will be taking you through the next hour discussing the good, the bad, and the ugly
And the fun.
of music.
And the fun.
That's right. And the fun, especially the fun. We like to have fun.
We like to have fun.
And Maverick Rose Music Hour, the Maverick Rose. You got to put the "the" in.
We
The
have to put
Maverick
the "the."
Rose.
I've learned that.
The
Yes.
Maverick
Wow.
Rose Music Hour is brought to you by Rescued Wood Rehab. And we have someone very special here to talk to us about Rescued Wood Rehab and what's going on the show.
Hey, Maverick, how are you tonight? Want to give
Doing well,
a
my friend,
big
doing well.
shout out to the boys at Rescue Wood Rehab, Keith and Dylan, and all the local woodworkers who are hanging out for Woodworker Wednesday. And I want to say cheers to all of you.
Hey,
And,
guys.
good to see everybody. And yeah, we'll check in on them later.
That's right.
But
'Cause they're doing that while you're doing this, right?
So you're telling me that Dylan is there with wood and they're
Dylan-
working on Wednesday.
Dylan is they're not really working. I mean, let's be honest, they're not really working right now. They're having
Oh, there it is.
they're
But
just
you're
having
making-
fun. They're
but
having
you're
fun.
making them be there.
That's right. Hey, Zen says, hey, Woodman.
Yes, I'm making them be there.
Making it. That's right.
Yes,
It's
yes.
Was
Required.
that grammatically
Yes,
incorrect?
yes. Well, I'm making
Yeah.
them be there, but
Yeah.
you're making me be here, so it worked out.
That's
There you
right.
go.
It works out
That's
that
right.
way.
Who do you
So-
have with you here?
So Amber, do we have the Amber cam?
I do have the Amber cam, but she's not in the shot.
Oh,
so-
okay. Well,
so
Amber,
we'll
we'll get her in the shot a little later.
Because we weren't
right
able
now,
to
right
show
now
her.
it's your shins. my friend.
She's over.
She with Kendra.
She's doing a little cleanup over there. So
Ah.
yeah. But the Maverick Rose Music Hour is proudly sponsored by Rescued Wood Rehab,
That's right.
and
Go to
the
RWRNC.com.
award-winning Maverick Rose Music Hour, and we'll talk a
That's
little
right.
bit
We do
more
have a
about
big
that
announcement
later.
coming up for that.
Yes,
That's exactly
yes. But I'm
right.
very proud of you guys,
So-
and look forward to.
Before you go anywhere, can
Yeah.
you help the people at home and the people here in the bar with a little game that we like to call Gemini? I want to tell people that Gemini played a show this weekend, and we'll talk more about that as things go on. But the point is that anytime I say Gemini, you take a big drink of whatever.
That's like
you
5
got.
shots in a
whether-
row right
That's
now.
right. So whether you've got water, tea, alcohol, beer, liquor, whatever it is, you take a big old drink. So
Wine.
what's that?
Wine.
Wine, of
We're in
course.
wine
Yeah,
bar.
we are at a
small
wine
drink
bar.
of
That's
wine.
right. That's
Small
right.
drink of wine.
Don't
You gotta
chug
be-
it.
be-
So-
Don't
chug
chug
wine.
it.
And it doesn't have to be me. So if I was like, Darcy, what's your favorite zodiac sign?
Scorpio.
Yeah, see, that's not I thought you were going to say Gemini. Hey, let's go. Zen says it's not just wood, it's an experience.
It's not just wood; it's an experience. And thanks for everybody who is great customers of Rescue Wood Rehab, and appreciate all you guys do with the podcast here to continue to promote our business as we promote yours.
Thank you,
Thank you.
my
And
friend.
thank you for the
All
beautiful table.
Yeah,
and
Now, you
many,
guys,
many
you guys
things
go have a
you made
great
us.
show, and I'll come back and say hello later.
We'll do that. We'll check in with you in a bit, Marty.
And Amber, wherever she is.
Is
That's
that
right.
a real thing?
Is what a real thing.
Into the mic, my friend. I can't hear you.
Is that a real thing? Woodworking Day.
Yeah, Woodworking
Woodworking
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
is absolutely a thing.
Yeah.
And
He's done that from the beginning.
As we're talking about local businesses, we are on location here at Niche Wine Lounge in beautiful Holly Springs, North Carolina. We film live each and every week,
We do.
live stream each week out here. And so please come out and visit us. We got Andy behind the bar pouring all types of delicious beverages. The more you drink, the better we sound.
And we got
the funnier our jokes
70-degree weather outside with
It
a
is
beautiful
beautiful.
patio. Today is gorgeous
That's
here in Raleigh, North
Hey,
Carolina.
Keith of Keith's Woodwork says Gemini. Everybody take a drink out there. All right. That's what's
Now
up.
we're playing
he says
along.
everybody's watching. So
Now
a big
we're
shout
playing.
out to everybody
Hey,
out there at
guys.
Rescue Wood Rehab. We love you. We've done shows on location out there before.
Yes, we
It's
have.
fantastic.
Yes, we have. It's a very
Really
cool
enjoy it.
shop. Absolutely.
So Marty, Patty wants to know if Jim's getting sick. I don't think getting is the word.
Getting is
I'm
not the
already
word.
there, but thanks for
He's
asking.
already there. That's
It's
right.
got a special sick helper cocktail there.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
and one of them
Pseudoephedrine.
illegal pills there. Oh, it's legal?
It
It's
is
legal.
legal. Yeah.
It's a legal pill.
It'll still work.
You got
That's
you have to
right.
go to the pharmacy to get it though.
Jim,
but it
no
should
pill
help.
is illegal. All right.
Not in North Carolina.
That's right. That's right.
Not
All
in North
right.
Carolina. Yeah. So we have
Yes, we have a big announcement to make.
a huge announcement to make.
That's right.
And we are
thing
so
happened.
proud and humbled to make this announcement. So there is a contest, a writing contest of who are your favorite local blah.
It is a People's Choice Award.
It is
That
a People's.
yeah,
That's a much better
absolutely.
way to say it. You said
Yeah.
it much better than me. So the People's Choice Award here locally.
Really quick before we do that, we got a bunch of get better soon, Jim.
Aw.
Jim feel better, get wells in the
Oh,
chat.
thank you.
there. So yeah, people are concerned about
I
Jim.
He's not
appreciate
really sick. He's just trying to get the pity.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm sorry. I did
teasing.
not mean to interrupt. So yes,
no, so the
local People's Choice Award.
local People's
yes.
Choice Award.
They
for-
write in.
They write in. There's not suggestions. You write in, and it's called Main and Broad is the magazine who sponsors and supports that, and
Yep.
who we sponsor by thanking them so much for doing this because we won out of the blue, totally unexpected, and because of you all, we won Best Local Podcast.
Podcast of the year. That's what I'm
Yes.
talking about. Thank you so much. Would not be possible
No, it
without
would,
all of you viewers at home.
it would
And
not.
all the
And-
wonderful people here at the niche.
And it was quite a surprise to us, and
Yeah.
a very nice surprise. So thank you so much.
because when you're up here making this thing, obviously we have the interactions with the people here and all of you there in the chat, but it's hard to tell the footprint.
The impact.
But when you win an award that says that for your area you're the best, that means something. So thank you all very much.
That-
It wouldn't be possible without the viewers. I say that all the time. It's our
It's
community.
true.
It's our community that makes all this happen. So
and it was
all the way from Tama and Al from our very first episode all the way
Yes.
through.
yay.
So Sparrow in the chat, yeah, the applause
Yeah.
there from Sparrow without Zin and Patty and
All
all
that.
the, yeah, that's right.
So we really, really appreciate that, and we're humbled. We're very humbled by it. But there's a few more awards that came out too, that came out from the Maggie Awards. And Maverick, you won 2 more. You yourself won 2 more.
Look out.
You won. You were runner-up for Best Local Radio Personality,
Hey,
which is awesome, and Best Local Music Artist.
hey.
And I think those are huge.
Well, thank you very
Those
much.
are
I
huge.
appreciate
And you've won prior to this as well.
that. Yeah, a couple years.
You've
Yeah,
won
couple
prior
years.
a couple of years running,
Yep,
and you've
yep.
actually played at the Maggie Awards,
I
which is
did, yeah.
which
It's
is
really fun.
almost as big as the Oscars.
It is kind of a big party. It's a lot
It's
of fun.
close.
I'm actually looking forward to it. It's worth winning just to be able to go to the party.
It is,
Yep.
and I have to thank our sponsor, Rescue Wood Rehab, who
That's
also has won multiple Maggie Awards throughout the
Good
years, and this year won as a runner-up for Best Home Decor.
That's right.
Because it's a really cool store. So
It
we
is.
couldn't do this with any of the sponsorship. And I want everyone to know we didn't pay anybody for votes. We didn't
No.
do anything like
No.
that. We didn't even promote it.
We didn't even talk about it on the show.
We
Yeah,
never
just
talked
kinda-
about
So
it.
it's kind of cool.
And it still happens.
That's
So
right.
thank you.
So-
Did you vote, Jim?
I didn't even know what's going on, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we beat out a one-armed chiropractor.
That's right. That's
So-
exactly what we did.
So this was just really, we've known about it for a little while, but to be able to say thank you so much, how much this means to us, because we don't know the impact we have. We don't know, really, besides us, how many of you love us. So thank you so much, because this just gave us a lot of impetus to keep going.
Absolutely. Yeah. Puts a little gas in the tank.
It
right?
sure does.
That's good.
It sure does. So thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, Rescue Wood Rehab, because you've always
That's
been
right.
behind
I
us.
appreciate it, despite my cranky demeanor.
What are you
Jim's-
reading?
I'm trying to find, when I get to Woodstock, that there was 2 lists. One of bands that played there, which I wanted one of you to read, and bands that were asked to play there. I wanted one
That
of you to
didn't.
read.
Oh,
Mhm.
well,
Now I can't find them.
I'll look at it when you want me to. I'll read it to you. So thank you.
Yeah,
So we're going to keep
sure.
doing what we do.
Yeah. So
And one of
that's
the
it.
things that people really seem to like, and I love doing, and we get requests
it's
for
our
dates,
Billboard hits, right?
is our Billboard Top 10.
Oh,
So
look
this,
out,
we've
look
been
out.
getting requests. So please send in any requests. We'll do them as soon as we can. This one is, I forgot. We have the little thingies. December 16th, 1978.
Okay, 78.
Alright,
You're going
78.
completely outside of Jim's.
You know, I'm getting
Okay. You're
requests.
getting closer to
I'm
me.
getting requests.
No, it's good. I
Now,
like
I
it.
think you guys are going to know this.
I think, yeah, we'll see.
I think
I'll
you're going
need
to know.
help with
We'll
this.
take the guesses.
I don't think you'll know every single one, but I think you'll know most of
All
them.
right.
All right, number 10, MacArthur Park.
Richard Harris, unless it's the Donna Summer version.
It's the Donna Summer
I
version.
prefer the Richard Harris.
Yeah, that was the original.
All
Number 9, Our Love, Don't Throw It All Away.
Hamilton, Joe, Frank, and Reynolds.
Andy Gibb.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, one of my heartthrobs.
I'm
Yeah.
glad I don't know his song.
Oh, no.
Number 8, Sharing the Night Together. You know that.
Dr. Hook.
Yep.
Dr.
Yeah.
Hook. Whew, I
You'll
haven't heard
know-
that name in a minute.
You'll know this one. Time Passages.
Wait, what?
Time Passages.
John Stewart.
Al Stewart.
Al Stewart. All right.
Close.
I think he stole it from John Stewart.
He may have. Number 6, you're not going to know this, Jim. I Love the Nightlife. Disco Brown.
Cherry Stone.
Alicia Bridges.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You guys know this one. My Life.
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel, number 5.
That's right.
Number 4. This might have been a one-hit wonder. I Just Want to Stop. Anybody?
BB,
No. But yeah,
BB Rebozo.
it's when you see it, it's Gino Vanelli.
Oh, Gino.
I can't sing. I'm not going to do
Yeah.
it. And nobody wants me to do this.
Do it.
No. Number 3, Too Much Heaven.
Too Much Heaven.
Oh, I remember that sappy song. I can't think who sang it.
Falsetto.
And this wasn't the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
Too, was it?
Oh,
Bee Gees.
okay.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches.
All right.
Don't ever change, Jim.
Yeah, don't. Number 2, La Freak.
Le Chic.
Le
La
Chic.
Chic, yeah. All right. All right, here's a good one. You Don't Bring Me Flowers.
Babs.
And
Andy. Was it Andy? No, Neil Diamond.
yeah.
Oh, look out. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a pair.
Nice.
That was quite a varied list, really,
It is.
when you look at it.
And that, I think that that's part of that era, right? Because
Yeah.
the late 70s going into the 80s, you're on that precipice of something new
yeah.
coming in.
When
Yeah.
did disco start?
Late 70s.
Yeah, late 70s.
Was it around that time?
76, 77, something like that.
And that's when the Bee Gees were really helping out Andy Gibb, and they were kind of having songs
Saturday Night
together.
Fever was
Yeah.
a big movie.
That was what,
77 or 8.
77 or 8?
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
I thought that was a fun list, though.
Well,
So keep sending in your requests for dates and years because this is
that's
fun.
right. And just tag it.
Darcy's Billboard
That's right.
There you go.
So if you want some more of Darcy's Billboard hits, whoa. What we got going on over here now?
I just want a live look in at Woodworker Wednesday.
Oh, hold up. Yeah, they can see it. That is
guys.
that is at Rescue Wood Rehab.
Yeah, they're not paying attention to us at all.
They're not paying attention to us.
No,
at all.
they're talking about
That's
wood.
all right. That's okay. But that is what's going on out there at Rescue Wood
The
Rehab.
fact that you're missing that to be here is special. Thank you.
that is very
You're
special.
very welcome.
That
thank
really
you.
is.
We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Executive
you could
producer
be
status.
standing around a big hunk of wood with 7 other guys. How'd you miss that?
Hey, there's some ladies there, man. It's not all guys.
There were?
I
There
think so.
sometimes there are, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just for boys.
That's right. Girls can play with wood too.
Yes, they can.
That's what she said.
You just
All right.
whispered that.
I did.
You did. Yeah. Yes, you
All
did.
right. Well, I think it's time. Why don't we do our first Highlander?
I think that would be fun.
All right, cool.
Let's get some. Hopefully, there's some good ones in there.
It's Highlander, there can be only one.
There can be only one. So you know how this works. If you've been with the show for a while, if you haven't, then maybe you don't. But we're going to ask a question, and there can be only one answer to it. So it can't be, oh, well, I like these multiple things or
These
whatever.
questions are hard.
Yeah,
really
they
are.
have, we've ramped the difficulty up just a little bit. So
Yeah,
let's see what we
so-
got on this first one.
All right, I got to put this close up. I don't have my glasses on.
Look at
so, best dressed male or female can be dead or alive. Well, that's an interesting one.
It's not
Best.
a choice.
It's not a choice. Into the mic, man. People can't hear you.
That ain't a choice.
Okay. Who is it?
We may have to take this away from you people out there. If you keep farting about it.
What's the?
Well,
who's
there's got to be two names, and then we pick the one. What is it? Best dressed.
Best dressed.
is it
doesn't
male
elaborate.
or female or male?
It
and
says
female?
one male, one female.
One male, one female.
Neil
Okay, so-
Young and Melissa Etheridge.
For best dressed? Okay.
No heirs.
No what?
No
No
heirs.
heirs. Yeah, they don't pretend.
They don't put
Oh,
on.
yeah.
that's fair.
And
Go
you
ahead.
want to put that on? Well, I think Cher for best dressed female. She has some of the best outfits. Male? That's a tough one.
Ponce de
Somebody
Leon.
says Elvis out there.
Mick Jagger, he has some cool outfits.
Mick Jagger does have some cool outfits.
Mm-hmm. What about you? Oh
Elton
yeah,
John,
Elton
yeah.
John.
That was my first instinct was Elton John, but I think I'm gonna go with Bowie for best dressed because he did it all. You know, he had
Liberace.
Liberace out there.
He had some cool outfits too.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Bowie for best male. I think I'm gonna go Madonna for best female. She
Madonna?
had some really iconic looks as well.
She did. She started a lot of trends.
Yep.
You okay there? Yeah.
I
What
didn't
about you
feel
guys?
like-
Anybody?
Anybody else? What we got in the chat? Zen says Prince.
I was
All right.
thinking Prince. Yeah.
Prince is good, yeah. Definitely iconic. Waiting for the chat to weigh in. Bowie and Cher. Patty says Bowie and Cher.
Bowie
Yeah,
and
that's good. There's
You know who else has really good outfits is Beyonce.
Beyonce, yep,
She's got some great outfits.
absolutely.
I don't really care what anyone wears.
I know.
Which is why you pick Neil Young and Melissa Etheridge. Yeah, that makes sense.
But he came up with those really quickly.
Well, because he was like, Zen says Madonna. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's good.
Those are good ones.
Just think of iconic looks for sure.
Sure, when visuals became more important than the music in the late 70s and 80s.
When the videos came
And
out,
then
right?
this was rot. WROUGHT or ROT.
Sick Jim is even funnier than regular Jim.
Because he
British-
really doesn't care.
British Jim says not Oasis. They're definitely not best dressed. In fact, funny story, I'll just talk about it since we're talking about bands and outfits and things like that. Apparently the reason they have like the whole track jackets with the collars up and stuff, they stole those off a clothesline.
They just stole them.
They were apparently hoodlums back in the day, and
Oh.
they couldn't afford like nice clothes or whatever.
So those poor people
So
who they stole them from.
they stole their Adidas jackets off of a clothesline is the story. Yeah.
What about all those bands that used to dress alike, like the Supremes and
Beatles.
the OJs? I wasn't even thinking Beatles.
Oh wait, best dressed got to be Taylor Swift. Hey, we made it through an entire show. I did not say her name once.
But she does have
last time.
she changes a lot
And
during
now
her
we're 20
concert
minutes in,
too.
but yeah, she does have a lot of iconic.
Ooh, that is
I'm not
fighting
gonna say that.
words.
I'm not gonna say that on the air. We're not gonna say that on the air, but
Low blow delivery.
I did not expect that from you.
Christy says she agrees about Prince, so she said Prince is best dressed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually thought the Beatles always looked cool without like overdoing it.
Yeah.
Except for Pepper, but that was
Understated.
part of the album.
Yeah,
Well, that
kinda
was a
understated look.
Theme thing. That
For
was
sure.
a theme thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there was. Some
But yeah,
fun
it was
outfits.
cool. I like that whole idea with the Temptations. And,
Yeah,
and
when they
that,
all
that
kinda-
whole thing where you get the matching outfits.
No one really does that anymore, do they?
No, I'm trying. Jim's on the jacket. I left my jacket at home today, but I'm trying to get on that jacket life. I'm trying to bring
I'm
it back.
kind of a little bit of a jacket today.
Yeah, trying to dress.
You
up,
look
not
sharp.
dress
I
up.
like
it's
it, though.
hot. It was hot out there though, and I was like, I just
Do
can't.
not complain.
bring
We
a
finally
jacket.
had some good weather.
I'm a winter guy, so
Ugh, not me.
Yeah.
Not me. Not
winter
at
is
all.
for lovers. So
I
snuggle
thought
up.
Virginia was.
Hey, I never met her, but maybe. Hey Jim,
Hey, what? Hey, what?
tell me about Woodstock, man.
So while I'm doing
Jim
this,
is really not feeling well tonight.
while I'm doing this, can you each try to find? I found it earlier. A list of the bands that played. Just
Okay.
not the set list where it's got every song. A list of the bands, and then a list of the bands that were asked but didn't for some reason.
Which one do you want? Oh,
Because I can't read all those.
okay.
And you guys got to read them fast because there are a lot of them. Let me go through. All right, Woodstock was supposed to be 3 days, August 15, 16, and 17. It stretched, that was Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It stretched into Sunday, way into Sunday, like into Monday morning even. Billed as 3 days of peace and music. There was a rumor that nobody died at Woodstock, but 3 people died. 2 from drugs and 1 got run over by a tractor.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Gruesome.
Yeah. So they were expecting like 50,000 and they got almost 500,000.
Wow.
It was in Bethel, New York. They weren't having luck signing anyone when Creedence finally signed. Then the dam opened and everyone else was.
I got it.
Oh, cool.
You got the list? All right.
I have 2 lists. Yeah.
All right.
Which
Read them
one?
all.
Which one do you want?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Let me
Okay.
finish.
Okay. Sorry.
Let
Let's
me
not jump
finish
in on
my
Jim's
shit.
band here.
Don't make me go all Khrushchev on you.
You're dating yourself.
So they didn't have room on their initial site, so they talked to Max Yasgur, Yasgur's farm. And so there were local people holding up signs
How did they choose that farm?
because it was big.
Okay.
But the local people holding up signs, buy no milk, stop Max's hippie music festival. And let's see. I can't even read that. So,
Need bigger paper.
they initially were losing money. And when the movie came out in March of 70, they started to make money. And the album, they made money off that.
This was the first really big concert like that, correct?
I believe so.
I can't think of anything before it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were 32 bands, and somehow the sound was really good. I don't know if anyone's seen the movie, but everything sounded really good. I don't know
Yeah,
how they pulled it off
surprisingly.
back
Yep.
then. Let's see. All right, that's it. So I just wanted a quick.
You want
read
the
of
bands that
bands
played or that
played
didn't
there.
first? You want which one?
Bands that played there.
All right. Creedence Clearwater Revival. I'll sing it. Do quick. Santana, Joan Baez.
Yes, Patty. Creedence Clearwater Revival was the first band to sign on. Yeah.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Grateful Dead, Janis Joplin, Joe Cocker, Country Joe McDonald, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Jefferson Airplane, Jimi Hendrix, Richie Havens, Sly and the Family Stone, The Band, Canned Heat, Incredible String Band, John Sebastian, Arlo Guthrie, Ravi Shankar, The Who. You were waiting for that, weren't you? Tim Hardin, Bert Summer, and the Keith Hartley Band. That's what I have on this list.
That's it. That sounds like one day.
And here's bands that were invited to play but
No,
declined
there's a lot more.
than this.
That must have just been one day.
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin declined. The Byrds, Jethro Tull declined. The Doors and Frank Zappa, amongst others, it says. Bob Dylan declined, even though he lived near the festival grounds. The Rolling Stones declined. They were on tour.
Yeah, they had decided they'd rather do a thing called Altamont.
Iron Butterfly, the Jeff Beck Group, Procol Harum, did I say that right? The Moody Blues. They were mistakenly booked to play Paris the same night as Woodstock.
Oh, wow.
Chicago, promoter Bill Graham took them off the lineup and gave the spot to Santana. Joni Mitchell had scheduling conflicts. It sounds like people wanted to be there. Oh, well, Frank Zappa declined, saying he did not want to play a festival that was going to be a shit show.
Sounds like Jim.
And it was
That's why I was looking right at Jim.
And a lot of people didn't know it was going to be a big thing. They had no idea what it was. Actually.
Well, yeah, because the Doors turned down because they thought Woodstock would be a second-class repeat of the Monterey Pop Festival.
Oh, Monterey was before.
which was
Okay.
excellent.
Jethro Tull, Ian Anderson, stated he didn't want to spend the weekend in a field of unwashed hippies.
That sounds like him. Yeah.
So,
All right, that's good enough.
yeah.
But there were You only read the first day of the people who played.
That's
there.
what came up. Sorry.
All right, that's all right. Well, there were a
Yeah.
bunch of other bands. Hendrix and
Let's say Hendrix declined.
no, he was the final performer.
No.
Oh my gosh. As I live and breathe, British Jim walks in. What's up, man?
No way.
That's good.
Was
Oh.
Ted there?
Oh, Jimi Hendrix. It does
Am
say
I on?
played. It was on.
I just found some good facts.
All right.
How much did Santana get paid for Woodstock?
I don't know.
Don't know.
$750.
Oh, wow.
Looks like the most expensive was Jimi Hendrix. What do you think he got?
20 grand.
18,000.
Oh, wow.
Ah, you were close. You were
Wow.
close. Wow.
That's
All
awesome.
right, cool.
And that is Ted, our wonderful host, the owner
That's right.
here at the Niche. So if you ever see him while you're here,
Toasted Ted Red.
come in and say, hey, that's right. Toasted Ted Red.
So you can check the whole lineup of who played. There's even set lists online, and if you feel like delving into it.
It was
Yeah,
iconic. It was definitely something that people
Sure.
still, right? We still talk about it.
That's right.
What year was it again?
69.
Wow.
Let me add one more
That
little.
is not why I asked. I did not.
Let me add one more little Philip. So that was like a big thing about
Dear child.
love and peace and the whole bit.
Yep.
Remember the movie Blue Velvet when
Quite vividly, yes.
it was Beatific Town and then it went into the lawn and there were bugs crawling underneath.
I don't know that movie.
So, well, anyway, the bugs crawling underneath was Charles Manson happened a week earlier.
Oh,
So
okay.
that was the beginning of that. And next week I'll get into the downside with Altamont and stuff.
Very cool.
That's good.
Very cool.
You guys want to do another Highlander?
Sure.
All right.
Let's
I
hope
got-
it's a better one.
I got one quick thing about Kenny Rogers. His
Yes.
3
Oh.
lives. First, he was a hippie. I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in.
Oh, yeah.
Then he was a folk singer. Yeah. No, not that one. Tell it all, brother, before the fall.
That's
Then
right.
he became country Kenny,
He just kind
No
of.
wind to hold
a
on.
gambler.
What was he
No
most
wind to
successful at? Country Kenny, right?
Probably.
I like his chicken. Kenny
It
Rogers.
was a real
Roasters.
chicken because it was a good Seinfeld
The
episode.
Kenny Rogers Roasters, man. That's what I'm here
I think
for.
they all went out of business now. Yeah. Yeah.
It's Highlander, there can be only one.
Amber's all over the place, just not in front of her camera, huh?
What you got for us, Darcy?
My God. All right, let's see. This doesn't look as long.
That's
Who
what she
is
said.
the most? Who is the most famous musician you've met? Oh, that's a good one.
gosh.
Who was the
We're
most
losing the whole
famous?
thing here. These aren't Highlander questions. They're okay.
Yeah.
It's just like ask the panel something.
Well, I think that's worth knowing.
I don't
What do
think
you
it's
What do you got, Jim?
I don't think it's anyone's business.
Oh no!
I don't know. Which of the Who is most famous? Probably Pete.
Yeah, probably Townsend.
Have you met them all?
Yeah.
Have you really? That's pretty
Yeah,
impressive.
I followed him after a gig and snuck into a party they were at.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I can't tell if you're lying or not.
No,
I'm
That's true.
that's
What'd you
legit.
say when you met them?
Oh, that's depends on which part of the evening because I ran into him like 3 different times.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they nice to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daltrey was really nice, although he was going up the stairs and I yelled, "Hey, Roger!" And he bounced around the phone, say, "Hey, how you doing?" He said, "Hey, can you get us in there? I'll see what I can do." And we never heard from him again. We just went up anyway.
Because that's what you do at those parties.
Yeah. And I didn't talk to Keith Moon, but he was ordering a beer once and his head was like right on my shoulder.
Ah, did you get a picture? You didn't have a cell phone then? No.
None of that. This was 1971.
You're great with dates. I don't remember dates at all.
The good ones. Whoops. The good ones.
There you go.
There you go.
The chat, we got Christy says Maverick, Zin says Maverick, Patty says Steve Earle. So I bet there's a cool story behind that one.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I don't know that I really met many, but My second cousin was in 38 Special. He was the bass player.
Well, that's not nothing.
So-
I mean, come on.
Larry Junstrom.
That's a pretty
Yeah,
big deal.
and apparently when I was young, and he was in Leonard Skinner originally.
Yep.
Apparently they used to play in my aunt's garage, so I guess I've met all of them without really knowing it
There you
that
go.
were Leonard Skinner. So that's kind of cool, and I'm sure they remember me.
Marty.
What are they? That cigarette song?
I drank with Larry Junstrom.
Yes, you
and-
did.
And 38 Special.
Yes, you
So,
did.
Yes, we had a great night. The actually the most famous I ever met.
Yeah.
Amy Grant
Oh.
Oh
and
yeah.
Vince Gill.
Oh.
I actually helped Amy wrangle her 1-year-old or 2-year-old child who is now a big country music star. I can't
Oh
remember
my
her
gosh.
name.
We
but-
saw her.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
Wow.
that was at a basketball stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, oddly
That's
enough.
pretty well.
So yes.
Nice.
Cheers.
Awesome.
We were in
Cheers to you.
Nashville. Did a lot of that.
Maverick?
Vince Neil?
Vince Neil.
Come up and tell
Okay,
us
yeah,
about
it's
it.
all right.
Come up and
on.
tell us about
Hit
it.
the mic.
Well, you got to wait for the mic. You
Yeah,
gotta wait for
that's
the mic.
Kendra. Yeah, we
Am
gotta
I
make sure
close
that
enough to
Kendra
the
coming up
mic?
here.
This is our friend Kendra.
I
Yeah.
was about as tall as my knees.
So you met Vince Neil.
Vince Neil is as tall as your knees?
They were passing out cassettes at Alki Beach in Seattle
Really?
Nice.
to get their name out there.
When they were first starting?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
And there's
pretty-
one song on that cassette that they never recorded.
Really?
Mhm.
Do you still have it?
My brother-in-law had it, and it burned in a house fire.
Oh.
No, that's not good.
Oh,
Sorry.
Well, thank you
Sorry.
for sharing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Zen actually came back. He said no. He actually has met Adam Pitts, which Adam's definitely more famous than I am.
I don't know who he is. I know who you are.
Well, he's all
Which
right.
says nothing, I know.
All right.
Right? Who is he?
He's one of the larger local artists that we have around
Oh,
here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to diss a local artist. I really didn't. Thought it was somebody else. What about you,
Keith,
Tam and Al?
Keith says, "Is that Tomorrow Cruise on the background?" I don't know. Is that Tomorrow Cruise on the background? Are you using text to talk
That's
to text?
not even.
What's going on, Keith? You're trying to get me to say something on air I shouldn't.
I thought.
I'm confused. Do you need help? Blink twice if you need help, man.
But
I think
Tam
you
and
might
Al,
want to check in with him, Marty. There's some stuff going on over at Woodworker. They might have got into the glue or something.
Tam and Al, I'm curious on you
You
guys
guys have
because
to have
you've traveled
ventilation
all
in there
over.
if you're-
Have you met
Sorry.
any?
Epoxy got on someone's face.
All
You
right.
gotta-
Have you guys met anybody? No
Have
famous
they,
musicians?
have they met anybody? They're at Wimbledon. They're at the freaking
Well, that's
U.S.
why I-
Open. Like,
I know.
but I guess musicians. like, that's
Musicians,
kind of a-
sorry,
yeah,
yes.
okay.
I know you've met
So-
a lot of my
Sorry,
tennis
we have
idols.
our friends here. For those of you that are listening, they tell me all the time. They say, we got to describe what's going on.
That's true,
because we
because you
got the
can't
audio
hear.
listeners
Yeah.
who aren't watching.
You can't-
Okay. Keith says Tom Cruise.
He's not a musician, Keith.
Well, he sang in that movie.
What movie?
Supposedly, Rockstar, Age of Rock.
Oh.
Oh.
What you got for us, Ted?
Marie Osmond.
Oh.
Marie Osmond.
Where'd
She's,
you-
she's very hot.
Yes,
She's
she
very
is.
short,
Yeah.
very hot.
Everybody's short.
Yeah.
Where'd
Yep.
you meet her at?
Branson, Missouri. We were doing a real estate project in partnership with the Osmond family.
Oh, did you meet Donnie?
Met Donnie. Yep.
Wow.
I think he's more famous than Marie.
I don't know.
Not
on who
in my
you ask.
eyes.
I was gonna say depends on who you ask. That's pretty awesome.
Oh,
Yeah. Who else you got? Come on.
come on up.
Probably even bigger than the first one.
Bigger
but,
than Vince Neil.
I got to meet the entire band of U2
You too.
Oh,
my
probably
gosh.
bigger.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
That's huge.
Where'd you meet the entire band of you two?
at my high school.
Are you serious?
They had a radio station competition
Yeah.
when U2 had first started out.
Yeah.
And the high school that sent in the most 3x5 postcards with their school logo on it
Yeah.
won a concert of U2 at their school.
Oh
And
my
you had
gosh.
to be a student at the school. You couldn't bring any guests.
I
but
bet.
our principal let us fill out cards for 3 days straight in school so we could win the
That's
concert.
crazy.
And they came, and then of course you had to have people to like help do whatever in the backgrounds. And got
And
to
you
be
got
in
were
the-
they nice?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was that
Amazing.
where did you go to school? Was it around here or
No, it's in
Yeah.
Seattle. I'm
Or
a
in
Seattle girl.
Yeah. Okay. For those
All
of you
the good
listening,
bands
yeah.
come through
Yeah.
Seattle.
That's U2 was my most listened to band according to Spotify last year.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's
There you
very
go.
That's very
Good-
cool.
Some good Irish boys. All right, we like that. Thank you, Kendra. Sparrow says she met Steve Vai, and he was one of the nicest, most normal human beings. And she also met Nikki Sixx, who was also nice.
It's good to hear when people are nice.
Keith says Tom Cruise. Is Tom Cruise a musician?
Well, that's what I just said, but then you
No,
said
he sang in that movie, if you want to give him that.
That's
Age of
true.
Rock.
Yeah. that's
Supposedly
true.
he really sang.
Yeah. Christy says she is sure he meant, is that a Maverick Rose in the background? I don't know. We need
Huh?
an interpreter for
I don't
Keith.
know, but I want to hear how he met Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I want to know about
Keith,
that.
we need to know that story.
You take too many of those Feeny
Marty is
Barbitals.
about to fall out of the stool.
Keith's on too many of those Feeny Barbitals.
Keith, what?
Taking too many of those pills.
Maybe.
We are
Sudafed.
off the rails.
Who's
tonight,
your
so-
guy? Who do you have? Anyone?
I'm trying to think.
Uh-oh. Is this a Keith update while Maverick thinks?
Yep. Let me think.
Yeah, it takes a little bit to figure out what Keith. It takes a little bit to figure out what Keith is thinking, and
But
what
you know.
I do know. Now, what he's talking about is the Navy pilot sitting behind me, McKay Spears.
Is McKay here?
That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
everyone in the chat is now
I don't
saying,
have my glasses
"Is that
on. Hey,
Tom
McKay,
Cruise
I
in
didn't
the
know that.
background?"
Okay.
And when in his younger days, he actually did look a lot like Tom Cruise.
Gotcha.
And-
He's a
It
Top
has
Gun.
nothing to do
Yeah.
with anything that we're talking about. You're talking about the celebrity behind
The celebrity
you.
behind
Yeah,
us,
that's
yes.
right.
And
Okay.
McKay, he was a Navy pilot and very much emulated Tom Cruise, and we have pictures to prove it.
Oh my!
Yeah.
She's lost that
And-
love
and
and
actually-
feeling.
And
there-
you have sung to him to prove it, too.
There's an old story that he's in a Navy calendar somewhere.
Oh.
So if anybody finds that out on the internet,
Send that in.
we want the pictures.
That's right.
Hey guys, go back to gathering around your table. Leave us be.
So Christy says we need to play a new game, which is what the hell is Keith saying? Sparrow says Tom Cruise's ex-wife's husband is a musician, though.
That's Keith Urban.
That is Keith.
That's
Urban.
Keith Urban, yeah.
I don't know. Probably Jim Spilios of Master Cylinder fame is probably the biggest. And then we've
No.
had some.
I'm not famous at all.
Well,
Yes, you are.
And then, of course, Kurt Turner, who has been on our show, he's recorded multiple albums and toured the country. I mean, that's
Oh, there
he's
you
a
go.
touring recorded bass player. Obviously, Jason D'Amico, Nick Driver, Misty Mayhem. All the local artists here that have done big things. But I know like international celebrities that everyone would know. Not really.
Okay.
Because see, if I get that shot, I'm taking it. Jim will be like, they'll be like, "Hey man, do you want to cut an album?" Jim's like, "I don't need your help, fool." And I'll be like, "Yeah, let's go to the studio right now, brother. I'll pay for the Uber." Like,
Jim will be like, I don't feel like it today.
Sparrow says #tailhook. Shots fired. All right, that's a Navy reference.
Oh. Okay.
Stephen King, he's actually
Stephen
in a
King,
band.
yeah,
He is in a band.
that's right.
That's right.
The Remainders. Get it?
Ah, that's kind of creepy.
So,
No, the Remainders are books that are for sale in the bookstore.
Oh, I thought maybe it was the
Left
Rangers
over.
of Bodies or something like that.
So that's something that I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if anybody's going to have an answer on this or not, but I just thought it'd be an interesting discussion. So back in the 1900s, we had decades of music. Oh, hold on, what's Keith saying? Keith says I put gutters on Rob Zombie's house in Woodbury, Connecticut, and met him and Sherry. That's pretty cool. I hear Rob Zombie's like a super nice guy, not creepy at all. Is that Boston Bill in the house tonight? We got Boston Bill, we got British Jim, the squad's all here, man.
We
We're
got the
assembling
country
crew.
here. We
That's
got
good,
international.
man. That's
Yeah.
good.
I
when
bet Bill has met somebody
when
famous.
I talk to people about the niche, they say that it should be a sitcom because we got like Boston Bill, British
You do.
Jim, we got the Master Cylinder,
Kinda created
we
it
got
all.
Marty the Woodman, Andy, Mr. July back
There
there,
you
so
go.
all the kind of stuff. Tell them stories about Ted.
I
and all.
bet Bill. Who's the most famous?
Who's the most
musician?
famous musician you met, man?
Noma
ever met.
Garcia Pera.
I know he's got somebody.
I met Fergie in college,
Bro.
Oh,
and that was pretty interesting. My wife asked for her to sign a part of her body, which was pretty cool.
Her lovely lady lumps.
Yep.
Yep.
And then
Check it out.
One of the guys from Cypress Hill, but
Oh,
I
snap.
don't know what any of those guys' names are.
Nice.
But yeah, off the top of my head, that's Fergie was the one that really sticks out.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Was she nice?
She was very nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
That's cool. You always
all,
love to hear
all
that.
around a nice woman.
I like hearing that.
Yeah.
Zen says that niche sounds like the Holly Springs Avengers. It kind of is like that. It is a little bit like that, man. We got a cast of characters. That's
We
for sure.
do.
So as I was saying, something I'd like to talk about tonight, just as a discussion point, and kind of see, because I don't know that I have the answer to this. All right, but if you go back and you look at the 1900s, music had decades. We had waves. So there was arguably a 40s sound. There certainly is a 50s sound, a distinct 60s sound. 70s, you get disco, you get punk, you get a lot of different things. The 80s, you've got new wave, you've got hair metal, you got all these different things coming. 90s, you've got grunge and boy bands, arguably. And even in 2000, you've got sort of the new metal wave and those kind of things. We don't really have that going on anymore. But then you also see MTV come in as a wave.
Right.
And then YouTube kind of takes that out. Streaming kind of takes that out with Spotify, Napster, WinMX, all that kind of stuff. What's the next big thing? Because it feels like we're kind of in a lull with the industry. And I see this with a lot of artists where people stop buying albums. And so the artists aren't making money off of that. Right. And streams don't really pay. You get 1 million streams, you make like $5. It's like nothing.
So touring is where they're making money.
So touring is where they were making money. And now Live Nation and Ticketmaster and everything are to the point that the artists are only making maybe 10% of the money off of that. So then they went to merch. Now the merch is all being run by contractors, so they're not really making they make a couple bucks per t-shirt. They're not making the bulk of that.
But how
money.
is Taylor Swift making that millions and billions of dollars? Because is she doing it differently?
Well, have you seen the price of her tickets?
Yeah, true.
So that's the thing, is that
But they're all expensive now.
Not like that though. I mean, nobody's paying $5,000, $10,000 for a ticket like you see in some of these experience events and stuff like that. So meet and greets are where they're making the money, but I guess, like, what is the future of what is the next big wave? And I know some people are saying it's going to be AI or something. And I think that's just because either people don't understand AI or they're placing all of their hopes and dreams just because it's the new thing and that's the default answer. But I do wonder where we're headed. So where is the monetization? Because if there's no money, people aren't going to be able to do it. You got to be able to make a living doing this. And I was thinking about this earlier because, like, if you're an artist, you sell a painting. Okay, that works. But as a musician, you create a song and it's just out there. And so once it starts streaming, once it's on YouTube and it's got this life of its own.
But then is it with YouTube and all those different streaming services, they're making money off the sponsorship or the hits or the follows or the likes or the views. Maybe that's the new way that money is really being made.
But the artists aren't the ones making the money is the issue.
You don't think, if they're doing a video?
If you're not already established, then not really.
I think it's created some artists.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Oh, well, certainly. I mean, Taylor Swift is a good example of that, being on YouTube that got her out. Justin Bieber is the same. He's another really good example of that.
So that has created. I think it gives a lot more artists a chance than maybe.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Zen. Zen says AI will harm all artists in the long run. I don't know if it'll harm all artists, but I do think that one of the big issues with AI is like, I want my robots to do my dishes and clean my floors, not create my art for me, right? Like that's kind of the concept, is that we're making more time for ourselves.
With
it should be helping us.
I don't know that I understand enough with what AI can do to really.
Yeah,
I mean, I know it could write a song. I know it can put something in Chat GPT and say, "Hey, write me a song about pancakes."
Yeah, I think the issue, one of the issues with AI, and I mean, we could do an entire episode of AI, and I don't want to get too far off in the weeds with that, but one of the issues with AI is that just like all of these other things, streaming and everything else, it devalues the art, right? Because when it's quick, when it's easy, when it's cheap, it makes it harder to monetize. And I go back to the idea of an artist making a painting or something like that. They can then value that painting is valued and it goes out there and it's sold versus, we're coming in. We got table service out here.
Oh, how about that?
Look at that, man. He's doing the most out here.
That was nice.
That was nice, Marty. He's looking out. That's some of Jim's special drink there.
Is that helping?
That's a Virgin Maverick Rose, which is one of those
signature cocktails out here from Andy there at the bar. Is
it helping?
Well, it's lubricating a little.
Yeah.
I didn't
Hey,
feel that
lubrication
feel.
is nice, man. We
So,
love yeah.
I could make a snide comment about a steady stream of crap for the next several years, but
Yeah.
what I would like to see, and I'm a little surprised we haven't, I think it's the limited people's span of attention. Like, so many artists can make their own records now.
Yeah.
You'd think some good stuff would start to creep through here and there and push a lot of the crap out. I don't know.
And I know I've used I've quoted this before. That's one of Noel Gallagher's kind of opinions about things, is that there isn't anything good out there, because if it was, we would hear it. Because anyone with a cell phone can record themselves making a song now. And so the idea
many are.
is, but the idea is, if it's good, it would have already been discovered at this point. What's going on, Bill? What's your thoughts, man?
So K-pop's the next big thing.
Yeah.
So the most profitable musicians right now, top 10, 2 of them are K-pop bands.
Right.
And so I think if you have the next wave that's coming in, I'm
Yeah.
not a big K-pop fan. My wife is, but
Oh.
yeah,
But they've been
K-pop,
around for a little while, haven't they?
they haven't broken into the U.S. as much as they're doing now. And then
Okay.
I think BTS contributes to something like 5% of the
All streams worldwide.
the
GDP.
GDP of Korea.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's big.
Yeah.
But yeah, streaming, they're off the charts. You know, K-pop band releases something and then it's
So
you know.
K-pop is the future.
worldwide.
That's your hot
I mean,
take.
and they're
Yeah.
trying to break into the U.S. more. And
Sure.
so, I mean, there's a following.
Sure.
And it goes by the way of boy bands and stuff, where it's like young girls or young
Right.
boys really liking these bands. and-
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're big money.
Is it
They
any
spend their
good,
money.
or is it just a looks thing?
What'd you say?
Is it any good, or is it just a looks thing?
Some of it's good. A lot of it's somewhat manufactured. But it's not bad. It's catchy. It's not my cup of tea. I'm a
It's
classic
pop.
rock guy. But
It's,
Yeah,
yeah,
in,
it's
it's
it's,
pop.
it's like
Yeah.
in
It's
sync,
pop.
right? When they were around or whatever.
Right,
It's
yeah,
just fun.
NSYNC, yeah, that was manufactured.
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys manufactured, but
Yeah.
One
But they had their
Direction,
time. It's an era.
Yeah.
So that's
So-
that's the wave of now, or the future, the near future.
Is it more
Yeah.
boy K-pop bands or girl K-pop bands?
Right now, that's not a question for me. I've seen more
Yeah.
girl K-pop bands
Because I've only seen boys, so I don't know.
and there's BTS is the biggest one,
Yeah.
and then there's a few other ones, but it's mostly girls now.
Oh.
I think 17 is one that's number 4 as the most profitable musicians right now.
Wow.
Good for
worldwide.
them.
But
Good for them.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yep, that's all I got.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, and I'll say, I know we've talked about K-pop on the show before. I'm relatively ignorant to it because, again, I'm a classic rock guy. I listen to a lot of classic rock, but I do. Zen says there's a mix as far as boy bands and girl bands.
Okay.
So it is kind of. I don't think it's dominated one gender or the other, but interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, let's see. Zen says, but the male bands are the most popular right now. Yeah.
Right. That can change.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
can change.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean I guess that could be the next wave. That could be the thing, and
I think it's
see.
very diverse though, because you have people putting out on YouTube and other streaming services their own stuff, and
People certainly put
When-
out on streaming services.
a lot. And I think also if you don't listen to, sorry,
Heard your name.
I did hear my name, and I don't know that it was a good thing to hear my name.
That's right. That's it.
It depends what you're saying. Totally lost my train of thought. Oh, if you're not listening to the new music, if you're just listening to like someone like me who listens to Sirius XM and listens to what you know,
Yeah.
and not listening to new things. So how does someone get a chance to break through if many people are listening to just what they know?
Well, I'll tell you one of the more interesting experiences of my life, because I do listen to older music primarily,
Me
and
too.
I will never forget
Thank you.
Marty bringing more bottles to the table, more table service. All right.
Are you saying our voices don't sound good and you keep bringing us?
No, I don't think he's just looking out.
hydration?
He's just looking out.
I think that's what it is.
He's trying to get that executive producer status where he's handling the business out here. No, one of the more interesting things that happened to me in my life is it's this idea of if you listen to a certain kind of music and then all of a sudden maybe there's something that flew under your radar or you missed, and then you go back and you listen to it. That's happened to me a lot lately, going back and listening not to Billy Joel's singles, but going back and listening to the whole album
Right.
and finding these deep cut gems. And speaking of Jim, when he handed me the demo for Master Cylinder and I played it for the first time, it was new, old music. And that was so refreshing because it had the sound of all of the biggest bands that I love from the late 60s and the early 70s. And it was everything that was good about that music, but I'd never heard it before.
So it was new.
And so I definitely recommend going over to jimspilios.com and checking out. He's got demos of his stuff up there and fantastic stuff there.
Well, keep an eye peeled. I'm planning to officially record 2 albums this year. It's in the works.
Hey.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
Just to let everybody know out there, part of the reason that Jim sounds the way he does is not just because he's sick, but because he did 3 solid hours of Beatles songs at the Beatles tribute this last weekend.
To
here at the
rave
Niche.
That's a
reviews.
workout.
It was fantastic, man.
It was
Right here at Niche Wine Lounge.
yes, it was. And there's been nothing but tremendous reviews and how amazing it was.
Shout out to everyone. Dave and Em put it together. And,
That's right.
And learned a lot of harmonies and drum parts. Kurt Turner played bass and sang. Did a good job. Secret Weapon Adam Roy
Yep.
was playing crazy stuff like the solo on Taxman out of nowhere. And he added stuff. And who am I missing? This gentleman, Maverick Rose. No, he gave a new wrinkle to the show. He came in at a little edge with stuff like Coming Together, Helter Skelter, and what's the other one?
Why don't we do it in the road?
Yeah.
I Want You, She's So Heavy.
Oh, yeah, she's so heavy. So that was cool.
Yeah.
That's 3. Have you ever done 3 hours of the Beatles before in a show like that?
Probably not just Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was incredible. It was a magical night. And I want to thank everybody that came out and that was a part of that. And, of course, the Niche, Ted here, putting it
Yeah.
on, making it happen. So
Big night.
that's it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it was cool. I lost my falsetto halfway through. I should have known better. I went for that high note and nothing came out.
It didn't happen,
Girl
huh?
like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Well, I think we got time for one more Highlander here. So let's break that out and see what happens.
It's Highlander.
Let's play that, yeah.
There can be only one.
You love those, don't you? Those little
We're
jingles.
doing all
Oh, I'm
blue
doing-
tonight. All blue eggs tonight.
All blue. Who did the
Let's see.
blue? I don't know. All right. Oh, this looks like another
Oh, thanks for
long one.
putting Jim's websites in the chat there. So feel free to go click on that. That's jimspilios.com. You can check out all the stuff that he's got there. Big things coming.
All right. Top 3 favorite artists to listen to on a road trip.
Top 3 on a road trip.
So Highlander has disappeared, right?
I guess, man. This is the Highlander machine,
All
though.
right.
All right.
We can go back. We can be a mixture of all because
no,
we
that's all right. These
no
are
we
okay.
invite people to write in for
Top
this as
3
well.
road trip bands. What you got?
You mean to travel with the band?
No.
No,
I think
to
listen
listen
to
to
while you're
While you're on a
driving.
long drive.
Ray Charles,
Ray Charles.
the Beatles,
Eagles.
the Eagles.
Eagles.
Okay, Eagles. AC/DC. That's good.
AC/DC.
Sinatra,
Mine is always Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy
always.
Buffett. All right.
Especially going to Florida.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there a gas leak? You guys smell that? Okay. Yeah. I smell propane, man.
Let's hope we don't blow up.
I'm smelling propane right now.
I don't mind. I don't mind.
It's outside, yeah?
Propane.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good.
Not to smell it. Yeah.
Should not be able to smell that in here.
So if this is the last time you see us,
That's right. You'll know.
you'll
I'll
know
take
why.
my Beatles and Who CDs with me. I can't think of a third one. I
Beatles
want.
and who?
Yeah.
What about the Master Cylinder?
Not till they're recorded properly.
Yeah.
For me, also like 80s movies soundtracks are fun, like Footloose and Top Gun and all those. Those are fun. They get you going.
Sparrow says Queen, Elton John, and Metallica. That's quite a mix.
That is. I like that.
Oh, Ennio Morricone. That'll be my third.
There you go. I'll take Pink Floyd, Aerosmith, and Led Zeppelin. Yep.
All heavy rock and roll, huh?
That's it.
Yeah.
It's good for driving.
Yeah.
As I've said many times, if you listen to Motley Crue while you're driving, it adds 10 miles an hour to your foot. So
Can't help it, right?
makes a difference.
Can't help
But
it.
Sammy Hagar subtracts 5.
That's right.
Because he can't drive.
He won't drive 55.
55.
That's right.
That's
There
quite
you
a rebel yell.
It's a good song.
Well, I think with Jim's vocal situation, we might just do one quick song really quick. And
Okay.
then call it for the evening. Well,
I think
everybody
that's
for rocking
fair.
with
We
us,
don't
so.
want to strain Jim.
Patty says Post Malone, Taylor Swift, and CCR. That is also quite a combination.
That
Good
is.
stuff, yeah.
That is. Okay. That's a cool.
Moody Blues and Grateful Dead. That's a good combo.
Yeah.
Darcy, why don't you shout out our social media and where people can find us while I get tuned up
Absolutely.
real quick?
Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, the Maverick Rose Music Hour. Be very kind to us if you can and like, follow, subscribe on YouTube to our channel. We like seeing it. We like getting comments back. Please let us know what you're thinking, what you like to hear, what you don't want to hear, what we can do for you. And please just watch us. We appreciate it.
And be looking out for us in the Main and Broad.
Oh, thank you so much. Main and Broad Magazine, if you are local here in the Raleigh area. We'll be putting out many things about the Maggie Awards as well. We'll be going to the Maggie Award show, which is pretty awesome. And we'll have a lot of great things that we'll show you from. And Main and Broad, thank you so much. We're honored.
Zen says Post Malone, Panic at the Disco, and Paramore.
Everybody's got something a little bit different.
I like it.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen, take it away.
Went to a Beatles show on Saturday night. And the music had me feeling alright. Went to the Beatles show at Nischwine. Man, I was in for a surprise when I heard the Rolling Stones. I almost left and went home. Heard the Rolling Stones at the Beatles show. I stepped on the stage to sing a couple of songs. I said, hey Jim, help me out, man. I'm trying to get along. But then a guy from the crowd stepped up. Said, if you don't play sympathy for the devil, you'll be out of luck. I heard the Rolling Stones at the Beatles show. The Rolling Stones. Jim got up and said, hey brother, I got to go. He huffed off the stage in a rage. He said, hey brother, don't sing that way. I'm trying to hear the Fab Four, not these guys. Man, you're crazy, this is full of lies. I was told it was a Beatles show. The heck is going on? I wanted to hear Hey Jude, not this forsaken song. Oh no, oh yeah, jumping Jack Flash, what you doing in here? You better step back, man. Go away, Keith, this ain't the place for you. It's supposed to be for the Fab Four. Supposed to be for the Fab Four. Take it away, Jim. Jim played for 3 hours and showed his prowess of knowing all the Beatles songs. And then I stepped on stage like a hand grenade. I blew up Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't that bad. And a good friend of ours asked to hear it, which
He
I
did.
didn't
Yeah,
know.
it was a guy we hadn't seen in a long time. So.
And I got to be the cranky old man and stomp off the stage, so it worked for me too.
I always joke, and I tell you guys not to curse on here because my mom's watching, and apparently she is. So Patty says, hey, Mom, how's it going? She is actually watching tonight, so that's cool. Anyway, thank you so much for rocking with the Maverick Rose Music Hour from Jim, Darcy, and myself.
Yeah, thank you
along
so
with
much.
Marty. Zen out there doing the production work for us. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. If you didn't like anything with the show, you can tell him.
There's his email.
Yep. Andy behind the bar looking out for us. And of course, Ted for allowing us to use the stage here. If you are here in person, don't go anywhere. We're going to be doing a live performance for the next hour, rocking and rolling for you, playing covers, playing originals, doing the whole
Thank
thing.
you all for being here
But
in
yeah,
person
thank you
and
all for
watching
being out
online.
there. That's exactly right. So we will
Thank
catch you
you.
next week. Stay safe out there.
Thank you.